Chav Kimel Av, anyone, Chavra, Chazara, if anyone misses any night, the shiurim are uploaded. Make a point, re-listen, Chazar again. Again, I don't mind. I can do Chazar for another month if anyone wants. If we're learning and we're getting it klar, I have no problem. I think that's what Zish is voting over here. Zish is silently voting to... So we just finished a Gevaldik line that Rav Kimliel tells Rav Akiva, Heichon Succah Chazrah Gevaldik. Amar Rabbi. No, we did it all the way. Excuse me. We went all the way. We went all the way to the two dots. All the way to the two dots. Should we do the last shtickle again? Anyone? Yes. Okay, good. One taker. That means we do it. Gevaldik. Thank you for being the taker. Amar Rabbi. The Kuli Alma, Amar Rabbi, we're about 10 lines down. The first one in line is Succah Chazrah. Perfect timing. Amar Rabbi. We mama just started. I'm not just being nice. I'm being optimistic. Amar Rabbi, which is nice also. Amar Rabbi. If the sukkah cannot stand a regular wind on dry land, like Lamahi, everyone agrees it's nothing. If it can stand a tornado on land, so the two extremes are pashut. Ki pligi, what is the case? What is the point of contention? It could stand the normal wind on land, and we throw in from the side, so to withstand gesundheit, a regular wind in some locations. So how do we gauge this sukkah? Rav Gamliel Savar, sukkah diras kava being unlike the shita of whom else? Kava, who else sukkah diras kava bina? And Rav Yehuda, thank you. And Rav Shimon, thank you. Baruch Hashem. There we go. Chazar is working. Like Lomi. Because Keva means, it's a little bit of a depth in Keva. Keva means to be able to withstand the Ruach Metzuya in all scenarios. That's Rav Gamliel. Rav Kiva Sara Sukkah Sarai Binon. Kiva the Chalam with Ruach Metzuya Diabasha. That is enough to call it Arai. And Ke Shei Ra. Gevaldik. And we continue al Gabi Namali Maker. Sukkah on top of a camel. Says the Gemara, Mas Nisan Mani, who is the Tana of the Mishnah. Rabbi Meir, he the Tanya. Making sukkah on an animal. Again, I remind everyone, I'm going a little faster. Do not be bashful to stop me. Especially sometimes when I get moving. We just pick up speed as we go. So feel free to slow down the moving train. I'm not just saying that to be nice. Do it for the guy next to you, because if you don't understand it, you know there's 3 other people here that also don't understand it. Just they don't want to say something. There we go. Mastis Mani Rabbi Meir Tanya. He says because Gabi Behema. Rabbi Meir Machsher Yuda Baiso. You make a sukkah on a behema. Rabbi Meir says it's good, and Rabbi says it's possible. My time Rabbi was Rabbi say it's possible. Amar Kra. Chaga sukkah is taslach shivas yamim. Sukkah ruya l'shiva. Shema sukkah. Sukkah shein ruya l'shiva. Loi shema sukkah. Anyone like have another shita this is reminiscent of? Sukkah ru'uya l'shiva shema sukkah. Sukkah she'ena ru'uya l'shiva loy shema sukkah. Does that ring a bell in anyone's mind? A very similar line.
In the previous Amid we were talking about.
No. Slightly towards the end.
Later on.
Yeah. Oh, very good. That interesting Shita Rav Eliezer that you have to have one sukkah for 7 days. And if you have 2 sukkahs, you're in the sukkah for the whole yantif. But it's 2 sukkahs. It was I think, a very similar.
Different cities.
Correct. It was a very similar lashon that he used. This is going to be embarrassing when it's Chag Sukkah Chazrah Shivas Yamim Aseisu Kasa Haruuya L'Shiva on Chav Zayin Amid Beis. Very, very similar drasha. Okay, so
now why is this not considered a Sukkah Haruuya L'Shiva? Because in the first day you can't because it's a Bal Chaim, right?
Why can't you know?
It's a Bal Chai.
So therefore what?
So you can't go on a Behem on Yom Tov.
If you can't go on Behem on Yom Tov. Very good. In Riyah Liyayim Rishayin. Rameir, excuse me, I skipped. Rameir, what does Rameir hold? Rameir holds Hanami Midaraisa Mechzicha. This says Rameir. What's with you, Rabbanon? Midaraisa to Kasher Sukkah. For Rabbanon who to Kasher. So says Rameir. Does it fit into the pasuk? Of course. Is this called a sukkah that is raya for 7 days? The answer is yes. I midirabbanan, you can't go in. Okay, that's your own personal rabbinic issue, but your rabbinic issue is not going to mess up a pasuk. Says Rameir, so the Mishnah is going to be the shita of Rameir that says the sukkah on the animal is going to be kosher. Next case, also the sukkah, the animal is the sukkah wall. Rameir paisel, Rav Yudah machshir. Now the tables change. Now Rameir says it is apostle, and Rav Yudah says it's kosher. Rameir called over. She's ruach chayim. Ein oisin oisay, anything that has a living life inside of it. Lo different the sukkah lo lechel mavui. Lo apostle be rois. Yeah, good. Let's explain these things again. Thank you very much. You're now allowed to make a wall of a sukkah with something that is alive. Number one. Lechin mavui is what we had the other day. A mavui is a 3-walled cul-de-sac. Midaraisa, you're allowed to carry from a mavui, from the cul-de-sac into the Rishus Harabim, into the public thoroughfare. Midarabanan, we disallow you, we forbid you from carrying from A to B, from the mavui into the Rishus Harabim. However, midarabanan, we permit carrying via a lechi or a kaira. A lechi is a vertical beam. This is a lechi. You take a sting. If you've ever seen all our eruvim, what's our eruv? An eruv is a stick with a string on top of it. So in a lechi term, that's a lechi is the stick with a string on top of it. So by the mavui, all you needed is to have that stick sitting at the entrance of the mavui, and that's either a hecker or a reminder, or it creates a halachic mechitza. So no. Within the mavui, it allows you to carry. It never allows you to carry. Correct. That's something else. For the Eretz Yachid, it's a different issue. Then you're going to need Erev Chatzeris and Shetufah Mevuayis and whatnot. But we're discussing carrying in the Mavui itself. Next case, Lopas L'Birayis. If everyone remembers, the Birayis were a well that the Oili Regalim would use as they were going up to the Beis HaMikdash. And they allowed a very interesting way of creating walls around this well to be able to drink for the well. It wasn't real walls. It was 4 corner pieces around the well. So the animal can't be one of those corner pieces. Yes, we bring it in again. Very good. And that is a covering for the grave. Amru, they add on, you're not allowed to write a get. We said this is one of the more romantic ways of divorcing a woman. You write a get on the side of an animal and you give her the cow. You show her what you feel about her. This will not fly in contemporary society. Exactly, for many reasons. Now, Lamaisa, we learned Kedushin from Gittin. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. They definitely make an interesting chasana. No.
Put it, drop it.
Yeah. So take the whole cow. Yeah, it's going to be Gishmak. But okay, let's continue. My time of the Rameir. So where did Rameir get his din that all these things are possible? Abai Amar Shema Tamos. So why, let's just focus on our case. Why can the animal not be a wall of the sukkah? 2 reasons. Abaya says Shema Tamos. The animal might drop dead. Rav Zera Amar Shema Tivrach. The animal might run away. Now, what is the problem if the animal might die? It'll fall. Very good. It'll fall and you want to fall. Now, can we just think about it for a minute? Who cares? Right now, it's up. So it's like Gzir D'Rabbanan type of thing. Meaning right now it's a wall.
It's not right.
So is it...
But you're worried that it's not a permanent wall like that.
But Rameir wasn't worried about that. That's what I want to point out. Rameir was the Shita Fakert. That's in Rav Yehuda said you need to have something that's right for 7 days. Rameir disagrees. As long as the Raisa, it's Ra'i. So that's really the underpinning of a lot of what's about to happen is what's called a wall. If something's going to self-implode, is that a wall or not?
But this is 2 different Shitas.
Yes.
One,
correct.
Holding, it needs to be right, not right, but that's an object that's not living. Here it's a separate...
Correct. No, agreed. So Lemaisa, what is the issue? Issue is either it's going to drop dead or it's going to run away, which both are issues that your wall is going to disappear. Says the Gemara, that's what Rameir said. Rameir said that Ruach Chaim, this is a sidebar discussion that we're having right now. If you make an animal as a wall of your sukkah, the Mishnah didn't discuss this case. Sidebar, we're bringing in such a case. So says the Gemara, Bipil kosher. What is the exact precise case we have to know? If you have an elephant that's tied up, everyone should agree. Why? Dinami mayis, even if the elephant dies, yesh b'nei v'lasa yod, the nevela, the carcass, will still be a kosher wool. So who cares that the animal is going to die? The carcass will still be fine. And are we worried that it's going to run away? The answer is no, because it's tied up. Ki pligi, when is the machlekes bepil she'einai kosher? Leman damar shematamus. We're not worried. Why not? Because you have the carcass then. Leman damar gzeir shemativrach. Chayshinan, we're going to be worried because it's not tied up. So now, in classical, the Gemara says it's a beautiful machlekes, but why? Where are they arguing? Why does Abaye not hold the Rav Zera? Rav Zera not hold the Abaye? According to Abaye, that he's worried he might die, but now we have an elephant that's not tied up. Why isn't Abaye worried he's going to run away? Says the Gemara, you're right, he is. If it's not tied up, everyone's going to agree it's a problem. Why is it a problem? Because everyone's going to agree it's an issue that it might run away. What's the machlekes? Bebehema kishura. The machlekes is when an animal is tied up, not a pill, not an elephant, a small animal. Why? Because the animal's going to drop dead. The carcass is not going to be big enough. According to Mandamer that says you have to be worried it's going to run away. Why not? Because it's tied up. So now what does the Gemara do? Flip cards. Why doesn't Rav Zera hold of Abaye? Why doesn't Rav Zera hold? We're afraid he's going to run away. Why doesn't he hold of Abaye that says it might die? Says the Gemara, Misa loy shchichos. This is the first reason why we actually understand that there's a machlekes here. Because Rav Zera says death is not common. We don't have to halachically be concerned about that. Now the Gemara asks a kasha according to everyone. You have an animal being a wall of your sukkah. So the animal is tied up. It's not going to run away. We're not worried it's going to die. Givaldik. What about the space between the animal's legs? You have a big gaping hole in the wall of your sukkah. Says the Gemara, very good. Givaldik. You strip up the wall. What do? You put branches and zachin and you tie it up and you make a wall. Says the Gemara, very good. Maybe the animal's going to crouch. If the animal crouches, you're not going to have a wall again. So you tie it up upwards. So you're tying it upwards so that even if it crouches, then it's still going to have 10 tfachim. Says the Gemara, 1 second. According to Mandam, that was afraid it's going to die. It's tied up from the top, so who cares that it's going to die? What's going to happen if it dies? It's going to fall. No, it's not, because it's suspended from these chains. Answers the Gemara, and you see the beauty of the teeniest little machlekes we have over here. Zimnin, timukim bepachas mishleish samach lechach. You have an animal that's standing within 3 tefachim precisely, on the dot, within the schach, there's a 3 tefach gap. And therefore what? Therefore, 3 tefachim we know is lavud. So lehalacha, is there a hole in the top? The answer is no. And it's tied up. But now what happens when it dies? V'kivan demai says, we turn off the chav gimel on the base. Kavsa, it's going to shrivel a dot. A dead animal loses its life, so it can't actually fall because it's tied up, but it can shrivel a bit. Vilava daite, and you're not going to know about that teeny little bit. That's why it's puzzle. Absolutely fascinating. Period. That takes care of our case of the animal in the wall. Yes? It's a very good question. Why is there no Sar B'Lechayim? Especially Sar B'Lechayim, we actually are Chayshish often as a Din Dar Raisa. So you have to explain who says the animal's causing pain. You're tying it up. Maybe it has a big fat gishmaka trough over there that it's eating 24 hours a day. Who cares? But it's a good question because L'maisa Sar B'Lechayim, this isn't like a Pita invention. This is like, the Gemara talks about that Sar B'Lechayim is a Din Daraisa perhaps, where B'chal Shabbos for animals. It's a little bit wild when you think about it. Don't take that too far. Please ask questions beforehand. We're going to see someone driving. Where are you going? Going to save the local deer. Let's slow down. But L'maisa Sar B'Lechayim is a serious business. Okay, let's go a drop further. Even though right now this Gemara is really going to lead all the way into the next Amid. So we're just going to, this is going to be a little bit of a preview for tomorrow. Omi Amar Abaya. Does Abaya really hold that Rameir is Chayish Lamisa, Rav Chayish Lamisa? One of the ways that we just explained what's going on over here, we're going within the Shita of Rameir. And Abaya said, why does Rameir say that the animal can't be the wall of the sukkah? Shema Tamas. It might die. Says the Gemara, really? Is that Rameir that holds we're worried about death? And Rav Yehuda holds we're not worried about death? Ve'hatenan. And now if you remember, we're going to have 3 different cases that are going to have to be dealt with. So we're just going to start, just to jog our memory, and tomorrow we'll pick it up from this point. Bas Yisrael shenisis l'kayin.
By the way,
Yes.
When they were both Abaya and Zera
Yes.
both going on Rav Meir.
Correct.
They never said because Rav Meir holds Shema Thomas, Zera Shema Thomas, Rabbi Yehuda is not Shema Thomas.
No. Again.
They
You
said
go away. Good.
Meir Shita is Shema Thomas.
Good.
They
We're
never said
assuming.
because they're
Very
assuming
good.
that Rabbi
Very
Yehuda
good.
is saying-
Very good. Which, by the way, very good. That's a good foreshadowing. We're already seeing a crack in the logic. The Gemara is making an assumption. Anytime the Gemara makes an assumption, that's the first turn that we're going to eventually make to answer the kasha, which we are eventually going to come around and say, Mechatesi. Where did you get that from? We only know Abaya. We do not know, really know Rameir, because we don't know Rav Yehuda. Very good. Very good. V'atanan, let's just get the first Mishnah under our belt. Bas Yisrael shenisis l'kayin. We have a daughter, a regular Yisrael that married a kayin. V'alach b'alam did his yam, her husband goes overseas. What's halacha? The wife is allowed to always continue eating chuma, assuming the husband's alive. We never have to worry the husband is going to die. So this Mishnah seemingly holds we do not worry about that. For Amin and Allah, we ask the stira. If someone gives a get to their wife and says this get should take effect 1 moment before I die, what is the halacha? She cannot eat chuma right away. Why not? Because we assume any moment he's going to die. Every moment is a moment before death. The Omar Abaya. That's the stira within Abaya. We'll pick it up from here tomorrow. We'll chaz this over. Shkoyach Chevra.